ठीक है. In the light of the above statement, choose the most appropriate answer from the option given below. Hence, Raman is respected. ठीक है. Why sometimes a move look at one page but not at next page, which is incorrect illustration. ठीक है. The problem with fuzzy word like dirty is that different people quantify it differently. The fuzzy variables are quantified by input from humans. A physical symbol system is capable of inferring intelligent action, structuring hence all of these. Next question. Hard constraints are which is constraint not possible to be relaxed. A relevant forward action allows move next node from more resemble to goal state. In the first representation of the farmer fox chicken green problem, what does the following indicates? ठीक है, which is indicate that for the other side of river our farmer is not around, the condition must hold true. Next question. Two important components needed for any game playing program are start and end state. The central position is the best to begin with in tic-tac-toe by highest heuristic value. In a two players game, each alternate layers are related to different players. Success and failure in the game playing problem are which is clearly defined. A physical symbol system is capable of inferring intelligent action, structuring hence all of favor. The process we use to reason from given facts from item to be proved is known as which is backward chaining. When goal components are interdependent, task of solving goal component is important. Yeah, all of these. So, all of this being ordered. Next question is action can be applied if which is a preconditions are satisfied. An operator change dash of state in agent based on planning action. What is done once all the components are solved in GSP, which is the problem is solved incorrect. For chess being a good example of a game being modeled as a computer program, it possesses that characteristic. So all rules of moving pieces are known, which pieces are allowed to have move in which situation is known, what is the result of a given single move for a given board position is unambiguously known, hence all of above. Next question is the central position is the best to begin with in tic-tac-toe by which we have maximum options. A goal stack has two members goals and dash which is the action or operators. Agent based search is a dash graph based search which is a subset of. A relevant forward action allows move to next node from more resemble to goal states. And subjective probability which is none of above. A search while applies random move to try to search reach to final state is known as all of the above. When it is likely to reach a dead end and there is no possibility of going back, dash is better. This is taboo search. When an action can disrupt the precondition of some later action which is set to some earlier action, it is known as a threat. When multiple actions result into a final state from previous state, the designer is none of a threat and an open precondition together are known as a flip. When a player loses and other gains, it is known as dash game, which is a zero sum. Searching for chess and playing card are very different. The game tree condition dash at each node, which is one move by one player. Medical diagnosis might require local heuristic function. A question why Jack asks conductor is the bus cross Johar Chowk, a bus station, should be answered using backward reasoning and considering the J was a disembark immediately after Johar Chowk. Next, one of the role of take a bus script is which is a conductor. when alternate path is given, dash may not be considered to be true upon existing script which is a result. One of the problem AI designer face is writing program that find the solution itself. In which sector is AI used the most, which is healthcare? What are AI chatbot used for, which is customer support? Which AI technology is used in self-driving car? Computer vision. In which industry do recommendation system use AI, which is e-commerce? Which type of AI is called narrow AI, which is a specific task focused AI? How does AI help in fraud detection? Predictive analysis. Which smart home device use AI, which is a smart speaker? Virtual assistant like Alex and Siri work on which AI technology, which is natural language processing? For what purpose is AI used in agriculture? Crop monitoring. Where is robotics used in AI application, which is all of the above? Ethics and social implication. Some explanations should be different for different types of users. The human description of the problem statement usually miss important truth, important facts, obvious facts. When we use move which are predetermined for each sample move opponent to likely to play, it is known as which is a book movies, mimicking human behavior for matching with the previous incident of similar type to solve a typical problem is known as case-based learning. Given below two statement, if you following what can be proved, statement one this is an operator. Operator are present in all the labs. In light of the above statement, choose the most appropriate answer from the option given below, which this is present in all labs. One of the important question to be asked before considering the task as an expert task is it adding enough value for enough time? Does the task require in extend information? Is the problem possible to solve only by be expert consultants? All of these. When the objective change the planning process, all of these. Next. Statement like very well designed indicates bogus personal perception. The process of assuming most of the things true unless known to the contrary is known as which is the default process. While representing the statements, either wrote an essay and with pencil require instruments. Knowing management is about adding, removing, updating knowledge, retain experts' knowledge, convert the data into subtracted form, hence all of the Dhoni retired as he was growing old contains to conceptualization connected with reason. A conceptualization Arvind want to Delhi requires destination case. The conclusion is biased if the data does not represent the universe closely. Some of the parameters are missing. The relation between the outcomes and parameters not exactly found in all of the above. Confidence level is an example of performance yardstick. Frame Indian cricketer present an object Krishna want to Dhawan and Balram requires rules 8 like situation all of above. What is algorithm bias in the context of AI system? Systematic errors that lead to unfair treatment of certain group due to severe training data or blamed algorithm. What is a key challenge in ensuring fairness in AI system used for requirement and ensuring the AI system does not replicate existing bias present in historical hiring data? Which of the following best describe the disparate impact theories evaluating AI for fairness, assessing whether an AI system decision disproportionality affects certain groups even unintentional? How can explainability in AI contribute addressing bias? By providing clear insight into how decisions are made, thus allowing stakeholder to identify the rectify bias. What is the primary objective of data anonymization technique in AI application to remove personally identifiable information to protect individually privacy? Which regulation is most relevant for ensuring data protection and privacy in AI system operating within the European Union? The General Data Protection Regulation. What is the potential risk of using predictive analytics in AI concerning personal data, breach of individual privacy through inference that may reveal, reveals sensitive information? How does data minimization contribute to protective privacy in AI system? By collecting and processing only the data necessary for a specific purpose, which AI related practice pose a risk to privacy if not properly managed. The correct answer is the C, which is data acquisition and sharing without adequate constant or protection measures. Which strategies commonly proposed to multiple the negative impact of AI on empowerment, which is the implementing universal basic income program? How can AI contribute to create new job opportunity in the workforce by generating demand for AI development, maintenance, and oversight roles? Which sector is mostly likely to experience significant job disruption due to AI and automation? Retail and manufacturing. What role does reskilling and upskilling play in addressing the challenges of AI on the workforce? It prepare work for new roles and responsibility created by AI advancement. How can AI exacerbate social inequalities by creating disparities in access to AI technology and benefits between different socioeconomic groups? What is key challenge in using AI to address social inequalities, ensuring equitable access to AI technology and its benefit across diverse population? What is the impact of AI-driven decision making marginalized community? It may reinforce existing inequalities if it designed and monitored carefully. Which approach can help mitigate the risk of AI amplifying social inequality? Implementing inclusive AI design practice and ensuring diverse representation in training data. What is potential ethical concern when AI is used for resource allocation in social program? First, the AI system may enhance the efficiency of resource distribution. The AI system may unintentionally prioritize resource based on biased criteria or incomplete data. And next is the AI system will always provide fair and unbiased allocation. The AI system reduce the need for human decision maker. Hence, option B is the correct. ठीक है, the AI system may unintentionally uh, prioritize resource based on bias criteria or incomplete data. Next question is, which method is considered most effective for addressing the label bias problem in supervised learning algorithm? The implementing post-processing technique to adjust the algorithm output based on fairness constraint. What is the primary challenge associated with applying fairness through unawareness in AI system, which require that protected attributes like race or gender and explicitly omitted but fails to addressing indirect bias related to these attributes? How can counterfactual fairness be implemented to ensure that AI system does not produce biased outcome? By designing an algorithm that produce the sum outcome for individuals who are similarly in all relevant aspects except for protected attributes. What is common concern regarding AI impact on environment? AI will lead to job displacement as tasks become automated, affected workers in routine and repetitive jobs. When there are predicts which state that some things repeatedly for different values, it's a good idea to use a function, stone them together, keep them in database, all of these. The KE should help expert with Design the data structure, decide which information useful for expert to analyze, write routine to aggregate, summarize, and correlated the information and solve of these. When we resolve man Ramji and not man X, we person X become person Ramji. CF can take care of multiple events. The addition in PDDL describes what is added by new rules. A common function can replace a variable. What is the relation between prototype construction and conceptualization in the development of PS? Conceptualization happens before prototype construction. Why are all cases tested when a new case introduced in knowledge base while the ES build, which is avoid side effect, confirm the new case test expert knowledge, hence all of the above. The ES once developed should continue, which is a running testing being supported and extended, hence all of the above. Also requires being handled by expert in ES, which is a testing. The data that is EST is dealing with sometimes also have other characteristics like which is all of these voluminous coming from various sources and different formats continuously being augmented with additional information, hence all of the above. Consider the following statement. Machine learning use layered neural networks that are loosely modeled on the human brain. Deep learning is broadly about teaching a computer how to spot pattern and use mountains of data to make connections without any programming to accomplish a specific data which is neither one nor two. Which of the following statements is are false? M2M system use point-to-point communication between machine, sensor and hardware over circular to wired network. IoT system rely on IP-based network to send data collected from IoT connected device to gateway, the cloud or wire platform, neither one or two. What is full form of M2M? Machine to machine. Match the following. Humanoid based on artificial intelligence, natural language processing, unmanned aircraft, the operating system. The humanoid based artificial intelligence, Sophia is fifth. The next one is the natural language processing, which is correct is text to text speech, and third the unmanaged aircraft, which is drone. D operating, which is a correct answer. Internet of Things, hence D is correct option. Next, which of the following statement about artificial intelligence and machine learning ML is false? The hence AI cannot exist without machine learning, which is wrong. Next question देखते हैं. How many of the following statement in regard to artificial intelligence are correct? First, natural language processing is part of AI. Second, artificial natural network is part of AI. Deep learning is a part of AI. Hence, 3 all is the correct. Robotics process automation (RPA) is also known as dash used in autonomous technology to mimic back office tasks of human workers such as extracting data, filling in the form of and moving files, which is a software robotic. In RAP, robotics process automation, restart and recover, integration with security system, sending alert and classification of service type is known as batch data processing. Which of the following is a disadvantage of artificial intelligence? It cannot duplicate human creativity. Which of the following is not an application of artificial intelligence? ROC system. What is a frame? It's a way of representing knowledge. Which of the following pair is untrue about artificial intelligence? Point first, artificial intelligence field that aim to make human more intelligent. Artificial intelligence field that aim to improve the operating system. Artificial intelligence field that aim to develop intelligent machine. Artificial intelligence field that aim to manage database. Machine learning is a branch of artificial intelligence. Only 3 and 5 with the present state of development, artificial intelligence can effectively do of the following: bring down electricity consumption, industrial unit, create meaningful short stories and sound, disease diagnosis, text to speech conversion, wireless transmission of electrical energy. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All the statement is correct. Who was created LISP, the programming language for artificial intelligence? John McCarthy. Lisp is the second oldest high-level programming language, and Lisp stands for least processing, a new technology which provides the ability to create an artificial world and have people interact with it is called virtual reality. What else are computer assisted surgical procedure is called robotic surgical system. The goal of artificial intelligence does not like in, which is a moderating human nature and habit to make them more sophisticated. Which of the following programming language is related to AI, artificial development? Prolonged language. Another name for lazy learning algorithm is a K nearest neighbor. What is full form NLP? So, which is a full form of NLP, which is a D option is the correct, which is natural language processing. Next question is which among of the following option is not true with regard to ALP, which ALP is predictable. Who among the following is known as the inventor of LISP with John McCarthy? Which of the following statement is not true about LISP, which it is not is a machine dependent? Consider the following statement to the term robot. Repeatability, it is a statistical term associated with accuracy in the action. It is a measure of ability of the robot to position the tooltip of the same repeatedly. It does not describe the error with respect to absolute coordinates, and 2 and 3 are correct. Assume that the joint mechanism at a serial link manipulators are frictionless. The joint tau required bear an arbitrary in point force F is, which is a joule TFT. A complaint motion control of robotics can be understood by problem of controlling of a manipulator motion and its phase interaction with the environment. Consider the following statement about 3D cylinder can conformation it work space. First, it is used in revolve joke and two perpendicular prismatic joint. It work space is hollow cylinder. This is both is correct. Consider the following statement about artificial circulation. And first, the articulated arm is often referred as a orthomorphic manipulator. The work volume of the configuration is spherical shaped, and both statement is correct. The degree of freedom of SCARM robots are 4. Consider the following features relating to robot kinematics with reference to SCARM. Robots per shoulder and elbow rotational axis are vertical. The robot cloud perform insertion task along the vertical direction. Its general configuration is analogous to the human arm. So 1, 2, 3 are all correct. Statement 1 SCAR configuration provide confidential rigidity for robot in the vertical section but complaints in the horizontal zone. Statement 2 a special version of a Cartesian coordinate robot is the SCAR, which has very high lift capacity as it is designed for high rigidity. Correct option is the C. Statement 1 is true but statement 2 is false. Which of the following robots has application for mobile platform handling, cockpit flight simulator, parallel robot? The configuration of a robot using a telescoping arm that can raised or lowered on a horizontal pivot mounted on rotating base called polar. Trajectory of robot means path traced by end effectors. What is the name of the space inside which robot unit operator work envelope? Revolving joint of the robot is referred to as which V joint. A typical breast mechanism with 3 rotational joints could be indicated by TRL. One rotational, one translational, and 2 rotational. Which one of the following symbol is used as the notation for designing arm and body of a robot with jointed arm configuration, which is TRR, VRR. The number of degree of freedom in a 3D robot to TRL R type configuration is 4. Consider the following statement about robots programming. First, in a one-line programming, the manipulator execute the command as soon as it is entered, and the programmer can verify whether robot execute the desired task. Second, in an offline programming, the robot is not tied up and can continue doing its task. There is no loss of protection, hence both statement is true. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन देखते हैं. A typical vocabulary of robot programming indicates command verb for, which is first a definition of point, path, frames, etc. Second, motion of joint links and end effectors. Second, interaction with the sensor, environment and other devices. 1, 2 and 3 are all are correct. The next question देखते हैं. What is the name for information sent from robot sensor to robot controller, which is feedback? Consider the following sensor and select them. Following sensor are used in robotic: status sensor, environmental sensor, quality control sensor, safety sensor, work cell control sensor. Hence, all of these sensors are used. Which of the following is not one of the five basic part of robots, which are peripheral tools? Consider the following statement. Robots only take permission action. All actions that are obligatory for robots are actually performed by them, subject to ties and conflict among available actions. Next one is the third statement. All permissible actions that can provoked by the robot to permissible and can be explained in orderly. Hence 1 and 2 are correct. Consider the following statement with reference to SCAR. A robot, it is 4 degree of freedom. It has only one forward kinematic solution. It has two inverse kinematic solution. Hence, all the statements are correct. How many variables of rotational transformation matrix are independent? Hence, 3. Which one of the following is the third basic component of robotics beside power supply and control? Memory console, which is a mechanical unit. Consider the following statement about first generation of robots. The first generation robots are repeated non-servo pick and place or point-to-point kind. The technology for those robots is fully developed and it present about 80% robots used in industry are all kind. Hence, both statements are correct. Next question देखते हैं. Which of the following is a flying robot? Which is NERT. Next. Which of the following place could be least likely to include operational robots? Private homes. Consider the following statement regarding the law of robotics. First, the robot shall not injure a human being or through in action allow a human being harm. Second, a robot must obey order which even except the such order conflict with first law. A robot must always protect its own existence. Only 1 and 2 is 1 and 2 and 3 is correct. Yeah. Which of the following term referred to rotational motion robot arm, which is a roll? ठीक है. ठीक है, ये थर्ड आई थिंक गलत हुआ क्योंकि साथ साथ फर्स्ट और सेकंड लॉ भी ऑबे नहीं होना चाहिए. ठीक है, तो आई थिंक ए होना चाहिए, बट इसमें कंप्लीट स्टेटमेंट तो नहीं था. प्रोटेक्ट तो करेगा रोबोट, बट साथ साथ फर्स्ट और सेकंड लॉ ऑबे नहीं होना चाहिए, इसलिए ऑप्शन ज़्यादा एक्यूरेट है. रोबोट इज derived from Czech word which is robota. The number of movable joint in the base, the arm and the end efforts of the robot determine degree of freedom. Next question. What is the minimum number of degree of freedom that robot need to have order to locate it end effectors of an arbitrary point with an arbitrary orientation in space, which is 6. The word robot is derived from the Czech word robota, meaning which is a force lever. When was the first numerical control machine tool developed, which is 1952. ठीक है. Which generation robots have sensing device to exist path control capabilities to lack artificial intelligence, which is second generation. Which generation robots are acquired with artificial intelligence, self-learning and conclusion drawing possibility by past experience with third generation who coined word robotics, which is known as ISIC, is more. Yeah. A simple mechanical arm is an example of which generation of robot, which is first generation. What was the Robotics Industry Association (RIA) previously called as, which is Robotic Institute of America, by whom was definition of robot as a reprogrammable multifunctional manipulator designed to move material through variable program motion for performance of a variety of tasks defined by Robotics Industry Association, by whom where the law of robotics formed, which is a SIG is more. Dash is a machine that was function similar to human upper limbs and move the objective space, which is a manipulator. Dash is the robot that can determine its own behavior and conduct through its function of sense and recognition. Intelligent robot, by whom was the definition. An industrial robot is an automatic servo controlled freely programmable multi-purpose manipulator with several areas for the handling of work, piece, tool, and special device. Variably program operation make the execution of multiplicity of tasks possible, adopted by which is an international standard organization ISO. In which of the following areas are robotics currently being used, which is all of these: industry, medicine, and consumer electronics. How many degree of freedom has the prismatic and revolved joint just respectively, which is 1 and 1. Dash implements that the manipulator can reach a subspace which is obstructed by object by capability of going around those without losing any degree of freedom, which is dexterity. The dash of the manipulator is the total volume shift out by in effector as the manipulator execute all possible motion workspace. The surface of workspace describe it as, which is a work envelope. The dash is the entire set of points reachable by manipulator, which is a reachable workspace. The workspace of PPE manipulator is, which is a cubical workspace. The work volume of articulated manipulator configuration of which shape, which is spherical. Kinematic and dynamic of robot. Consider the following statement about robotics and TH convention. Link parameter are constant for a given link. For industrial robot, links are usually straight, third, theta, and called joint variable. Hence, all statements are correct. Using a robot with 1 degree of freedom and having one slaving joint with a full range of 1 meter, if the robot's control memory has 12-bit storage capacity, the control resolution of the axis of motion will be निकालते हैं स्ट्रोक लेंथ 1 मीटर है तो 1000 mm है 12 बिट स्टोरेज कैपेसिटी, तो कंट्रोल रेवल्यूशन स्ट्रोक लेंथ अपॉन 2 की पावर 12, ठीक है 0.244 mm आ जाएगा। आगे देखते हैं। A cylindrical robot can reach any point in the cylinder of height L and radius 2L except the point in inner cylinder of height L and radius L. The volume of cylindrical robot work envelope will be so 9.42 liter cube. A robot on PQ in coordinate P00 and Q2.5 rotates counterclockwise about P in the xy plane by 90 degrees. The new coordinates pair in point Q is, which is -5, 2. The position vector of P20, 10 is rotated anti-clockwise in xy by angle theta such that point P occur position Q in the figure. The coordinates x, y, q are, तो आप कैसे निकालोगे? लेट्स कोऑर्डिनेट ऑफ थीटा इज x, y dash, तो रिलोकेट करो एक्स वाई प्लेन में एंटी क्लॉक, तो एक है cos थीटा माइनस साइन थीटा cos थीटा x डैश अपन y डैश, ठीक है। यहाँ पे आप मल्टीप्लिकेशन करके आपका आ जाएगा x डैश y डैश, ठीक है। तो आपका आंसर आ जाएगा डी। नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन देखते हैं, ठीक है। सेम तरीके से ये भी करना है, ठीक है। The figure given represents the triangle PQR with initial coordinates of the vertex is P1, 3, Q4, 5 and R5, 1.35. The triangle is relocated in xy plane about the vertex P by angle theta and clockwise direction in theta 0.6 and cos theta 0.8. New coordinates of vertex QR। ये सेम तरीके से आपको निकालना है, x डैश माना P xp और y डैश माना y cos theta sin theta minus sin theta cos theta x minus xp y minus y करके आपको ये दे रखा 4 minus 1, ठीक है। 4 minus 1 5 minus 3, ठीक है। तो यहाँ इस तरीके से आप करोगे तो फिर आपको नया कोऑर्डिनेट मिल जाएगा 4.6 कॉमा 2.8 कॉमा। ठीक है, नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन देखते हैं। अब सेम तरीके इसको पॉइंट P3, 1 is scaled by factor of 2 and then rotate by 45 degree at counterclockwise direction. Coordinates of new points are after reselling operation x dash y dash equal to 0 0 2। ठीक, ये फैक्टर दे रखा है, 3 1। ठीक, इनिशियल पोजीशन क्रॉस मल्टीप्लाई, इसमें मल्टीप्लीकेशन करने दोनों वेक्टर में। आफ्टर रोटेशन ऑपरेशन, फिर रोटेशन ऑपरेशन के बाद लगाना है आपको। ठीक है, तो फिर इसमें मल्टीप्लाई करोगे आपको आ जाएगा आंसर, जो कि आ जाएगा आपका 2.828 और 5.657। ठीक है, नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन देखते हैं। In a CAD package mirror image of 2D points P5, 10, it is obtained about a line which passes through the origin and make an angle of 45 counterclockwise with the x-axis. The coordinate of transform point will be 10,5 आएगा। इस तरीके से आप फॉर्मूला यूज करके लगा सकते हो। ठीक है, नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन देखते हैं। ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन मैट्रिक्स फॉर मिरर ए पॉइंट इन एक्स वाई प्लेन अबाउट द एक्स इक्वल टू वाई इज गिवन बाय विच इज गिवन बाय 0 1 1 0। ठीक है, नेक्स्ट देखते हैं। Consider the following statement regarding homogeneous coordinate transformation matrix. First, the homogeneous transformation matrix can be considered to consist of 4 submatrices. Second, the upper left 3, 3 submatrix represent the position vector. Third, the upper right 3, 1 submatrix represents the position matrix. The lower left 1, 3 submatrix represents the transform. Hence, 1 and 4 is correct. For the vector v25 plus 10 plus 20k, perform a translation by distance of 8 in the x direction and 0 in y direction translated vector v will be। ठीक है, तो इसको सॉल्व करने के लिए आप ये आपका v दिया हुआ होमोजेनियस ट्रांसफॉर्म मैट्रिक्स गिवन बाय ये दिया हुआ, फिर यहाँ से ट्रांसलेटेड वेक्टर निकालना है a इक्वल टू एक्स बी करके आप एक निकाल लोगे। ठीक है, तो आपको करेक्ट आंसर पता चल जाएगा बी। ठीक है, तो ये आ जाएगा आपको। नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, रोटेट द वेक्टर v। ठीक है, 5i plus 3j plus 8k by angle of 90 about the x axis। the rotate vector hv could be। ठीक है, तो रोटेशन x axis गिवन बाय इस तरीके से होगा, x axis में अगर निकालना। ठीक है, थीटा 90 दिया और थीटा पे 90 रख लो आप, फिर n वेक्टर इसको आप कन्वर्ट करो। ठीक है, यूनिट वेक्टर। ठीक है, इसको फिर आप ये आ जाएगा 5 minus 8 3। ठीक है, hence D option is correct। नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन देखते हैं। A point P1, 3, -5 is translated by 2i plus 3j minus 4k then rotate about counter 90 degree। ठीक है, काउंटर क्लॉकवाइज 90 what the new position point। तो आपको पता है P वेक्टर दिया, तो इसको आप रोटेशन मैट्रिक्स ये आपका दिया हुआ, यहाँ पे आप थीटा की वैल्यू रख के आर की वैल्यू रख के जो आपको वेक्टर दिया P वेक्टर इनटू मल्टीप्लाई करेंगे P फाइनल निकल जाएगा, हेंस आपका आ जाएगा ए ऑप्शन। ठीक, नेक्स्ट देखते हैं। विच मॉडल गिव्स relation between the position and the orientation of end effector and the spatial position of joint kill, which is a kinematic model। Which kinematic model deal with the given set of joint link parameter to find the position and the orientation of end effector with respect to known reference frame। First, direct kinematic differential model। तो आपका हो जाएगा ये करेक्ट आंसर, डायरेक्ट काइनेमेटिक मॉडल। नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन देखते हैं। Which kinematic model deal with the given position or orientation of the end effector with respect to the inertia reference frame to find the required set of joint variable to bring the end effector to the specified position or orientation, which is inverse kinematic model? Which of the following is not present in an open loop system which is feedback? The following is referred to differential motion of manipulator, which is a differential model. The dash of a manipulator is measured is how close the manipulator can come to a given point in workspace accuracy. Generally, which type of robots have higher accuracy, which is a rigid? Next question with the AI in robot. What is the name of information sent from robot sensor to robot controllers feedback? Which of the following is a term referred to rotational motion of the robot arm, which is a roll? What is the name of the space inside which is a robot unit operate work in envelope? Which of the following term is not one of the 5 basic part of robot? Peripheral to decision support program are designed to help managers make which is a business decision. Prolong is an AI programming language which solve problem with a form of symbolic logic known as predicted calculus. It has developed in 1972 at the University of Marseille by a team of specialists can name like person by his team Alan Cobb. Next question. The number of movable joints in the page, the arm, and the effector on the robot determine with degree of freedom which of the following place could be least likely to include a personal robot. Private homes. For a robot unit to be considered a functional industrial robot, typically how many degrees of freedom could the robots have? 6. Which of the basic part of robots unit could include the computer circuitry that could be programmed to determine what a robot could be controller? If a robot is able to change its own trajectory as per external condition, then the robot is considered as intelligent. A technique that was developed to determine whether a machine could or could not be demonstrate the artificial intelligence known as the टर्निंग टेस्ट. ठीक है, तो ये हमारा बेसिक ऑफ आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंट एंड रोबोटिक्स कंप्लीट होता है. अब हम बाकी नेक्स्ट लेक्चर में टाइप्स ऑफ मशीनरी मेंटेनेंस पढ़ेंगे. थैंक यू फॉर वॉचिंग दिस वीडियो.